What do we know so far?
Hi, Francine. Yes, this is just one of the many cases that UBS is inheriting following the completion of its takeover of Credit Suisse last week. In the case of Archegos, we know that Credit Suisse has been negotiating with regulators from Switzerland, the US and the UK over what happened that led to its massive losses, the $5 billion or more losses that it booked a couple of years ago, tied to the collapse of Archegos. Credit Suisse has already admitted risk management failures to the Swiss regulator, FINMA. And also the Fed has said in its annual report that the Fed is already flagging that some financial penalties are in order. And so now what we're hearing from the Financial Times is that the Fed is looking at imposing penalties of around $300 million. And the UK regulator, the Prudential Authority there, is looking at imposing about £100 million of fines.
So will UBS actually be ready to absorb these fines?
Yeah, I mean, I think UBS is ready for this. When it made this takeover, it set aside about $4 billion worth of provisions for litigation costs. We know that Credit Suisse is facing, the bank is UBS is inheriting many cases that are ongoing with Credit Suisse, and Credit Suisse has intended to appeal many of those. One of the interesting things about this could be that whether UBS has the appetite to pursue those appeals and draw them out, or whether it wants to draw a line under them. But certainly there are litigation risks there. They've set aside the $4 billion. We'll just have to wait and see whether that is an accurate estimate.